We're going live. Hey guys, we are live on YouTube. How are you doing? Thursday night, RC Talk is here, and it's time for RC Talk. And we have some people in the chat that I haven't seen in a long time, which is nice because when I started this YouTube tonight, I said to myself, there's 3 people I want to see in this. 2 people. I'm going to change my thing. 2 people that I want to see on here, Lyle and Jack tonight. Just for some odd reason, I had them in my head, and they actually showed up. So how are you doing, guys?
Evening, everyone. Oh, you're still spotlighted it on yourself.
And as a bonus, Randy showed up also.
I'm not here. I'm a figment of Tank's imagination.
Okay. G Green.
Good old
I'll
John
contact
Martin.
you tonight, Randy, after I go through some things on the phone, and I'll go.
Yeah, not a problem, buddy.
I feel I don't pay that much attention to you, and you always pay a lot of attention to me. It's just, it makes you feel bad.
Yeah, now let John Martin say hello and Dennis say hello.
Yeah.
Howdy.
Going on, chat?
Brian G. Sherwood, how are you doing? He's got the special logo and his name is green because he's
Member.
Yeah, he's a member. Thank you very much. G Greens, when you're going to come this summer to Ollie's, there's and I'll announce it here, and then I'll announce it probably Monday or Tuesday on Facebook. But I got Scale Truck Canada, stcrc.ca. They're going to sponsor all the events that we have at Holly's. So they're going to be giving some remotes, some servos, something. So 3 big prizes for first, second, and third prize. And then me with the rest of the stuff that I usually buy the prize, I'll be getting other stuff also. So we're supposed to get some picnic tables. We'll be supplying some, probably going to be supplying more often the lunch, like hot dogs or burgers and things like that. So it's going to be interesting, especially having a dedicated sponsor. The only thing is, they said we'll do it, but if we are exclusive. In other words, I cannot ask other hobby shop to come here and give prizes. So it's a big engagement of them because I will be having 16 events at Holly's this year. So 2 per month. So that's going to be busy for me, busy for everybody else. The first week, it's going to be Fun Day. And then, which means bring your truck. We'll give you like a scorecard. You do your own score sheet and go. There's no prizes. And then every end of the month, last week of the month, that's when we're going to have an event on Sunday. So Saturday, Fun Day, Sunday, our event day. So it should be interesting and fun.
Makes me want to come up there.
Yeah. And even we were talking, and he was going to maybe give some 1080 and a good servo, some Hobby Wing 1080s as a prize, and also some remote controls. Some remote control might be the SLT, the SLT remote. Some of them might be other ones. He's got a new one that's going to be coming out with, is a 7-channel. It's kind of cool. It's the same one that GCM Racing uses lately. Kind of very, very interesting remote. Might be giving that away, but then he started talking about, oh, maybe I should up it. So he might be giving out some Castle Creation and some all-in-one ESC from the Hobby Wing. No, it's not Hobby Wing. Who has the all-in-one ESC there with the ESC built into the motor?
Hobby Wing was one of them.
It's a Fusion.
Fusion.
It's a Hobby Wing.
It is a Hobby Wing. Okay. So he's even thinking of giving out some Fusion. So that's going to be very interesting and kind of fun for the people when they're going to come to the event. So it's going to be, I think we're going to have a fun summer this summer. And I do want to go visit their store, which they're about an hour and a half, 2 hours from me. One of the owner actually lives in Ottawa. He lives 30 minutes from me. And the other one lives in Montreal. So it's kind of cool. And he gave me lots of work to do. I'm working on Cross RC, a Charisma, Axial, and a MST. So I got lots of work to do. It's interesting. It's fun. And we have Jack's Food and Shorts that's doing a shout out. If you do it more than once in a row, I put you in timeout, eh?
Oh, I'm not going to take after Sean.
Yeah. Queenie was doing it the other night.
Was she?
Oh my God.
Yeah, on Tuesday night, just at the end, she was doing it. Just as I go, okay, goodbye, guys. We went goodbye, and then I noticed it, so I put her in timeout after. It was fun. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Hey, Joe Grant. Hey, Grant. How you doing there, mate?
When I think of Joe Green, I think of Mean Joe Green. You know, wasn't there a football player named that?
Joe
Oh, there-
Girding says, I live in Ottawa, just a little south of you, couple miles. Cool.
Get better there, KB. That's not, I've had one of those. That's not very good.
So it is an exclusive. What I've told you, you can tell people and things like that. There's not a problem with that. I'm excited for this summer. It's going to be interesting, and I do want to try to do an on-road series. I'm looking into getting the IR timing system for the laptop. There's a couple things I want to do this summer. So
Where are you going to hold the on road?
anywhere there's a road or a parking lot, like schools and things like that.
Okay.
The reason I want
maybe Ali was going to make more stuff for his property.
no. I want to go like on a Sunday or a Saturday behind, because Sunday they don't, shipping and receiving don't usually get stuff. So if you go behind a building, you don't bother them. But mind you, you got to ask them first. But I want to do a race series. In other words, I'm going to do one here in Clarence Creek, and then I want to do one west of Ottawa. I want to do one in Gatineau, and I want to count points. And then whoever wins at the end of the season wins something. So
You're going to have, so you're going to do like the Tamiya 14 scale racing trucks and something else?
yeah, probably the Tamiya 14 scale truck, TT01 or TT02. I want to try to do a stock class. In other words, silver can, or as long as your car is stock. But I'm kind of scared. Yeah, go ahead.
Ball bearings allowed.
Yeah, ball bearings allowed, but I'm talking about ESC and motor stock.
No, stock out of the box, plastic bushings.
Yeah.
So
Hey, Curtis, how you doing, mate? Good to see you.
yeah, Curtis D. Yeah.
Curtis D.
What happened to Lyle?
What's up, Tony?
Something happened, Lyle?
No, he's still there.
No. Big Red Tony says, was it Tony? Yeah, he says, glad to see you're okay. What happened?
Oh, he wasn't feeling good.
I'm not. Everything still hurts. I'm just really drugged up. That's why I'm here. But I figured I was pretty bored sitting around and not talking to you guys. So I figured I'd come on. But yeah, it's still there. Can't let my teeth touch together.
Yeah, you had teeth issue. Did you go see the dentist or you didn't yet?
No, I can't. No money.
Yeah.
Yeah, dentists, they cost you a fortune, mate.
Oh, yeah.
It's $150 just to go visit them.
Yep.
Wow. Hey, Queenie. Yeah, and toothache is a pain. I've had some before, and let me tell you, it can knock you down very quickly.
Wisdom teeth are the worst.
Yeah.
I had those out when I was 16.
Maybe you should tie a rope and tie it to relic and just hit the trigger.
Ew.
Yeah, good idea.
How about you?
Hey, Queenie.
So I saw something very interesting on Facebook today. And Midwig, he's the one that actually showed it on his channel.
Who's
Midwilk?
that? Trey?
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about because I'm up sub to him, I think. Guy from Europe, right?
No, he's in America. Blacksmith RC.
Okay. So we'll show this. This is the semi truck that goes down. That's kind of cool. But then I saw this. That was funny. This is a real
The
one.
heck
It's
is
real life truck that somebody built. Like this would be a cool custom build to do.
Look at the steering wheel, it's vertical.
Yeah.
That reminds you of a car they wanted to do for the show, Red Fox's show.
So I'll mute
It's
that.
like Joey without a beard.
Yeah. So basically, it's quasar radio, they call it. This radio is fully gold. Kind of
What?
to me, it looks not all gold. I mean, it looks like gold, but you have the voltage of your radio, voltage of your battery on your truck, and also a GPS on the receiver. It is a
What brand is
7-channel.
this?
Hey,
What brand is that?
they say
They're like it looks like the Noble to me.
No,
no, it's not Noble. Oxidine Marine 9-channel radio.
Oxidine
Quasar.
Marine.
Yeah, Oxidine Marine, and they call it a Quasar 2.4 digital radio.
Is that Canadian dollars or American dollars?
That's American, and that's what
Oh, I
kind of
forget.
scared
That's
me
a
on it.
grand here, nearly a grand.
That's $500 for that radio. It's not bad. I guess it's 9 channels, should be not bad, but I don't know where all the buttons are and things like that. But I don't know. The gold makes it cheesy.
Nah,
To
I
me, the
don't
gold
like it.
makes it cheesy.
I don't like it. I don't like the
You
color.
put bling bling in your hand.
No, it's. I mean, probably it's got good features, but
And
the
the
colors just-
radio keeps talking to you. Like
What?
when I watched that guy's video, it was weird because the girl is always talking to him. He's driving around and he's saying, battery is this, battery is that, your speed is that. And like, she's always telling you the telemetry. Shut up.
Yeah, I would not like that.
Then you can
Yeah,
turn her off.
Maybe,
I
yeah.
came out here to get away from a woman talking.
Unless you have a woman who likes crawling.
So there's a lot of different things for this radio, this Quasar radio. It is interesting, but for $500, I am not going to get a radio like that. It does 4-wheel steering. It's not, they have it here for marine, but it does do on-road also. So it's interesting. I'll put the link here in the chat if anybody wants to go check it out. And
G'day, Tony. How you doing, mate?
so it's different, that's for sure. I can actually.
So it's
post
only
it.
one color, no other color, just gold.
Right now, it only looks like gold. Yes. Oh yeah. Here, what I'll do is I'll stop sharing and I'll share the audio, just so you can hear.
Can you change your accent?
I'm not sure.
Now, the first line of business is turn the radio on.
Receiver battery 5.9 volt. External battery 25.5 volt.
Okay, she let us know how everything's going there. And now,
But then he's going to take it on the water.
Wow, that sounds powerful.
But she's still talking. In the background, when you watch this video, she's chatting and she's telling him the battery level and things like that. Like, okay, shut up. You told me when you turned on. That's fine.
It'd be
Why
nice
would
if
they
you turned around and said,
why
turn,
would they put
stupid.
marine in the name? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, it's true, eh?
Yeah.
Here's a link for the Facebook page if anybody wants to go see that video.
Grant says I'll stick with my Fly Sky GT5.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was going to try that one, building the Cross RC. I told STCRC that give me a GT5 and I'll put it on the Cross, but they're going to start selling Radio Link. So he gave me a Radio Link instead. That's what he had at his house. So It's going to be fine. It's a 4-channel, the one he gave me, so more than sufficient.
Joe Girding, you need to quit watching videos on that big scale stuff, because you're just gonna wind up with more and more.
Yeah, the 1/4 scale. He says he's been watching videos of 1/4 scale cars on YouTube. It's so awesome. Yes, they are, but they can get very expensive. And on top of that, you cannot bring them to Hollies on the trails. They are not allowed.
Oh, there's someone who made his own 3rd scale.
Oh yeah, there's people making radio control stuff all the time. BBY Autographic, how you doing? Welcome in.
What's up, Brian?
Big Head is in the chat also. How you doing?
Is he? Where is he? I didn't see him.
Big Head RC's there.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I probably didn't see him because I don't keep him alive, mate.
Well, if you go on top, there's the little arrow that says live chat and top chat. Make sure you have it on live chat because it doesn't show everything. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it doesn't know.
Queenie's doing shout outs again. Oh, 2 shout outs in a row, Queenie. You can't do that.
Time out.
Time out. Time out.
Hi again, Queenie. I said hello to you up there somewhere.
Oh, I could time her out. I got the wrench and she doesn't tonight.
Ah. It's okay. I already timed her out for 300 seconds.
Sorry, wasn't me.
Big Ed said I saw a radio controller 1-to-1. Yeah, Aaron has one. He controls his tractor.
Yeah.
Not tractor, but
And got the skid steer.
skid steer.
Yeah, there's been people doing that a lot lately. A kit version from the movie Knight Rider.
Okay.
Somebody had just posted one on Facebook this week. It was a Jeep JK, like a Grand Cherokee, all remote control.
Okay.
I've seen a minivan done that.
Hey,
And seen somebody, Dennis, was that the guy that was doing the crawling with the old beat up Jeep?
Yeah, it had an air compressor in the back seat, no doors.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Bughead? That's got to be a typo, or is that? There's a typo,
Yeah.
Dirk.
Supposed to be Big Head.
Bughead.
Earlier, I showed you this. This is kind of interesting.
Okay, so now I'm testing it with tires and wheels on it for the
So
weight.
this is a semi truck, but see the wheels goes up and down.
Perfect.
So it's
No
something that
strain on
he's
the servo.
created, I guess.
It's for weight.
I
Yeah.
got
So when you got a
15
big load, you can
millimeters
actually bring the wheels down.
of clearance from the ground up.
It's going to be awful for steering,
Looks
but
pretty
still, it's going to carry the weight.
Yeah, it's just stabilization is all they're for.
Yeah, that's from Semi Joe RC Truck Stop. Pretty good, cool stuff that comes out of there sometime. So I saw that and I wanted to show you guys tonight. Is there any other things? I don't think so. But I've seen a lot of people getting to Monte Carlo. That's kind of cool.
Any in the non-green color?
Yeah, I've seen some of the other one, the bluish mauve color. I know G Green got the green one.
And I didn't know it actually came with a car cover.
Yes, that one comes with a car cover. Because some people complained on the other one because of shipping, the vibration kind of screwed up the Lexan on top.
Yeah, because I just watched Wayne Kibler, and when he did the unboxing, it's surrounded by styrofoam, that really dense foam.
Yeah. Yeah, mine came that way also, but they say that when you ship it, sometimes it shakes a little bit. And if
The
the
movie-
box is upside down, all the weight is on it. So it becomes an issue.
Oh, with the abrasion and all that. Yeah.
But I did buy the car cover for mine, so I do have it. It's nice. Guru's in the chat, Radioactive's in the chat. Bridge DC DBCH.
Who, what?
There's a guy called Bridge DBCH.
Oh, big red-headed bitch. That's Sean's buddy, Tony.
Okay. Big red-headed bitch. That's what it means.
Yeah, big redhead bitch XJ.
Okay.
And he's bald.
And he's bald. Okay. Yeah, that's true. He's bald. I didn't know that was Tony's channel. Cool. So anything going on this weekend for you guys? Did you guys get snow, or are you thinking of gonna getting snow? Nobody's gonna go out? What's going on?
Snowing in my area.
Yeah, we're in the process of getting 4 to 6 right now.
Okay.
Right now, I hear the wind blowing real hard, and I hear like icy rain coming down.
Yeah,
Winter
we're
is not
supposed to
done
get
with
the
us yet.
freezing rain to snow tonight.
Wonderful. How
I'm
icy is
supposed
going
to
to
be going to a crawler comp Saturday, but I don't know.
Yeah, because the weather is gonna be a little hard.
Yeah, it's an hour drive.
Oh wow.
Indoor?
Yeah.
What's the weather look like for Florida, where the Ultimate Scale event is going on?
80 degrees.
Ooh.
I was gonna say, Exo Cage was on Joe. Can't remember what his last name is. From Exo Cage said it was 80, 86 down there today.
The
That's
last
supposed to be
year they
cool.
had rain, right?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, three days of rain.
Yeah. So hopefully this year they get good weather over there for the event.
Well, the way they were talking Monday on 11 Charlie's stream was it is supposed to be in the high 70s to mid 80s from today all the way through Sunday, Monday. But if they catch a stray shower here and there, it's going to be a godsend because they're going to need to cool down.
Well, you always got them pop-up rain showers in Florida anyway.
Yeah, they do all the time.
Yeah, Joe, I got that same snow over here. He says got about 3 to 4 inches. And it came out hard. It was like sticky snow. It was like nice big snow. You know, at either this time of year when you get the big fat snow that's falling. I used to love that snow when I was a kid.
Poker chip snowflakes.
Yeah. Used to go outside and try to catch it with my mouth. Now I just close the door and I go away. I don't want to see you.
Okay.
And I forgot where Joe Girding was from.
He's from Ottawa. He's close to me.
Is he from Canada? Joe Girding?
Yep.
Oh, I thought he was here in the States.
That's what he wrote down earlier.
There, John.
That's what he wrote down earlier, I believe. Trying to find that chat.
I've seen Proline is releasing a new set of trencher tires, or I'm sorry, not trencher, Hyrax tires.
Okay.
They've got a new sidewall design on them.
Yes.
And the tire pattern up a little bit.
Oh no, he's in Ottawa, Illinois. That is Ottawa, IL. So he is in the States.
Hey, there's also an Ottawa, Ohio. So I think too.
Yeah, IL is what? Illinois? Is it Illinois?
Yeah, Illinois. Illinois.
Yeah, I know that. I noticed that when I was doing searches for Ottawa. There is a lot of Ottawa in the States.
It's just like in Florida, they got Melbourne.
Oh yeah.
I think Barbecue lives in Melbourne, Florida.
I think there's other Melbournes in the States too, by the way.
Yeah.
There's one here in
Hey,
Ohio.
Radioactive, how you doing there, mate? Good to see you.
Well, Joe, I'm only 35 minutes from Ottawa, so you can come and see me anytime you want.
Got a better chance of coming to see me.
Yeah.
He's a lot closer.
Kurt's RC just showed up in the chat. How you doing, Kurt?
G'day,
Kurt.
Kurt. How you doing, mate? Good to see you there.
Hey, Kurt.
What's that picture he's got there? You got a new picture there, Kurt.
And I spoke too soon. We got the freezing rain and sleet right now.
And high winds.
It's been high winds all day here.
Oh,
I think it's supposed to get worse.
Proline's website really changed a lot. Is it Proline that has those?
The high racks, yes.
tires? Okay.
Yes.
I'm looking for them right now.
Yeah, they just had like a little sneak peek on Facebook today. I seen it.
Okay, so they might not be released on their website then.
Probably not.
It just said coming soon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They showed it. I mean, they look like a nice tire. I'm sure as soon as they release, they're going to be sold out quick.
You're gonna get a pair?
Nope.
No.
Let's go have a look.
I was just going to hold it.
Proline Racing. New bodies out. Nissan
That body's nice.
for the dragster. That's one thing I'm not sure of getting into is the dragster, because to me, whoever's going to win is whoever's got more money to put in it, like for electronics, shocks, like everything. If you're going to get in it, you have to get serious into it.
Yep.
And that's one reason I might not get into it, is because I don't want to start dumping money in this just to win. Unless they had a stock class, but that's beside the point. There's the new tire. And it's the Hyrax, but it's got a more aggressive side, just like you were saying.
Yeah, that's going to be a really sought after item as soon as they release it.
But that's going to be a bad tire. Like here you're going to have grip, and all of a sudden here you don't have grip for a little bit, and the foam's going to get all dirty. That's not good.
And I don't think there's a wheel hex big enough for that blue thing.
Yeah, that on top of that, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
That's still stage foam.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You know, they're actually going to put a 2-stage in that tire. It's kind of odd for Proline to do.
Oh, that street tire looks nice, or rally tire looks nice.
On-road.
Probably belted on top
An
of that.
on-road tire that looks like it get good traction in the wet.
No, that won't, because it's got the wear bars coming down the center, so it'll trap water.
Yep.
No, that's a asphalt tire.
You got to remember, if you buy tires like this, they are rotational. So you see the arrow here. So when you mount them and glue them, make sure you glue them with the right rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah, do 2 at a time. Do 1, put it on the table next to the car, so you know what side it's on. Do the next one.
You should get good sidewall traction on that new Hyrax.
See, this
I think
Hyrax,
that's why they did that.
this Hyrax is better because it's a full tire and it's got the rim.
And it's gonna go up it's gonna go up stones if you're in between them.
No, it's written new release tomorrow. Well, that was yesterday, so they did release it. So this is the tire with more information on it.
I bet they're expensive.
2.9. Oh, wait a minute, that's for an SEX6.
Oh, that's why it's got the dual stage.
Yeah. They don't usually have dual stage.
They don't usually give you a good foam with the tire. It's just a inexpensive memory foam. But $34 for 2 is not bad for that big of a tire.
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all.
I mean, the new J Concept Tusks that I have are $33 for 2.
Okay. So now that makes sense for the dual stage because of the weight of that truck.
Don't people sometimes use duals in 10 scale?
Yeah, but you got to have a good, a heavy truck. In 10 scale, you can, and there's people that do have like a 20 or 30 pound truck, but people sometimes they only have a stock truck and they put dual stage foam. They can, but there's no sense. You want the tire to give a little bit.
It is a good looking tire, that street tire.
Yeah.
Now, if they came out with that new Hyrax for 10 scale in a 1.9 or a 2.2, they would sell so fast.
But you wouldn't buy them.
No, I don't need them. I've got 5 sets of tires for my comp truck.
Psycho 13 Garage says now you have to buy a SCX6 tank. I wouldn't count on it.
Big Head said you could put those on your lawnmower tractor. Just about.
Yeah. G Greens RC says my phone died. He's back.
Says the XRC's in the chat.
Is he?
Yep.
I didn't see him. He's probably editing videos again. He's been busy doing a lot of
Doesn't he
videos
use
now.
live though?
Don't know. Big Head says 9 pound is where I start looking at dual stage. It makes sense because if your tire are too squishy, you're going to start losing grip. But if they're too hard, you're still going to lose grip. So you do have to be careful on.
Oh, scary.
Oh my
The heck?
God, he's back. He's back.
Yummy.
Hell, I was in the other room and I heard that.
Are you going to the national in April, Dennis?
No, I don't do any of the big comp stuff. I just do the local club stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I only do it for fun. I don't do it to try and get sponsors or anything.
Okay.
It's way too competitive.
You, Jack, are they starting to unlock things over there in Australia?
Yeah, they came out, I think it was yesterday. They were easing some more restrictions or something. But the masks are still mandated.
Yeah. Yeah, here too, they're really slacking off. And by the end of March, masks are going to be optional, they say. So we'll see. It's going to be nice because this summer, like we were restricted last summer, like even sometimes I can only had 10 people at the event. So it really hurt last year for events, but we still had them. And within 5 minutes or 10 minutes, sold out. Like,
Well, you wouldn't like to have lived here for the last 20 months, I'll tell you.
mm. Yeah, and they're revolting here in Ottawa to it's been 3 weeks now. Like the truckers, they've
The truckers
oh yeah, they're all over downtown and locking up streets and things
wasting
like
their
that.
time, mate. They're just wasting their time.
Oh, I know they are. crazy. But we're talking to some of the guys, go, we should take our semi trucks and put a trailer and put a banner on it and just go downtown with it, but not to encourage them, but to say, go home. Like put a banner, go home and say enough. So,
I mean, look, you stop the trucks, you know, everything stops.
mm-hmm.
You stop the truck, you stop
everything.
Yeah,
everything stops.
That's what I find weird with all those trucks here. Who's carrying all the stuff? There's people doing overtime somewhere because there's a lot of trucks not on the road, and there's a lot of people not working because they're
the ones that
Randy can answer this.
I'm still working. I mean,
yeah, but you're not downtown.
Yeah, but the company driver, the guy who works for a company, he's not going to be out there protesting.
Yes, I understand that.
A lot of the owner operators are like, well, I'm not going to lose my contract, so I'm going to keep working. Or if I'm not working, I'm not paying my truck payment or my mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, it's right. Radioactive is correct. It's just the front. That's all it is.
You see, like here, a lot of our trucks here run at night.
Okay.
They'll do most of their driving to get their drive time in. They'll stop. They'll sleep for the 8 hours, and then they'll just take off in the middle of the night because nobody's going to be out at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to hijack a truck.
Mm-hmm.
You know, less traffic, less headache. They can get to their destination and just sit and wait for their unload time.
It's crazy. I saw some videos in LA. They are hijacking the trains.
Yeah.
Trains from Amazon and like all the packages, and they're all like unloading things right beside the train because they're slowing down very slow. People there with bolt cutters and just cutting the stuff and just throwing the stuff out. It's nuts.
Yep.
Somebody was finding, like the press was there and they were looking at some stuff and they go, look, this is a package and here's a tracking number, and they looked and on Amazon it says still in transit. Well, it's going to stay in transit because it's not going to get there. We have the package. So it's crazy. But so there's a lot of money lost there. And
all them people doing it don't want to work.
Yeah.
They're mad at the world because they don't have a job.
Mm-hmm.
And there's plenty of jobs to go to. That's what the funny thing is.
No, the funny thing is they could have went back to their job. But now they don't go back because they take advantage of the unemployment. They've been called back and they say, no, I'm going to stay on the unemployment. Now they lose their position.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's your own stupidity.
And then they cannot buy any more RC parts.
Right. I work to buy all my toys.
Just like Jack has announced that he's retiring from radio control. He's slacking down a lot because he's lost interest. So hopefully it comes back. We'll see. Confinement is going away again, so maybe he's going to go outside more often now. And
yeah, but that's the whole problem, was being locked down for so long.
Yeah,
couldn't do nothing. I was doing friggin' videos in my driveway.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I suppose that with anyone, you'd probably lose interest in it.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do? Stay at home and wrench or stump, whatever, or build, or but for that amount of time, that period of time, it just, well, with me, I just kind of lost it.
Joe Girding says it's time to arm yourself 100%.
Yeah.
Already there.
Yep.
Radioactive is asking what's going on with Relic, Lyle.
Just replacing everything that's loose or broken. So right now I've changed out the 4-link bar in the rear because there's part of it and there's the other part of it. And now I'm changing out all the screws and bushings, all the shoulder bits or whatever these are called.
Okay.
All the little sleeves that go into the steering, because my steering was like that. So I'm replacing all that.
You're gonna have a new truck soon.
I wish.
It's going to drive totally different.
Yeah, straight.
How are you doing, Halfwit?
Hey, Harves, how you doing, mate? Good old Harves in New Zealand.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know him. I
Cool.
gather Brit shared you out.
You consider the New Zealanders your Kiwi brethren?
Yeah, I had Halves on my panel one day, and Halfwit, and he showed me his backyard with all his fruit and veg. I'll tell you what, never seen anything like it. He's on a farm.
Lyle Radioactive Scale said, let me know if you need axle housings. She'll send you them your way.
I can almost see, well, I can see through the rear one. I can almost see through both of them.
That's so you can see what the oil level's at.
Make sure he still got grease.
Got corroded badly and got eaten through.
Dragging over rocks for 8 years.
I was gonna say years of dragging them across rock.
Yeah.
I guess he's just gonna have to get some type of panel to go under the pumpkins so to protect them better.
Yeah.
Skid plate, for sure.
Yeah, skid plate. What?
Or buy
hard to tell on the video, but I can push on the rear one and it flexes. It's that thin of plastic.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like you need to get, if you can, invest in skid plates.
No.
Or invest in a truck that has portals so the pumpkin's higher.
Well, one day I'm going to build Relic 2.0, and it's probably going to start out of a Traxxas Sport.
Okay.
Like new.
How long have you had Relic for?
On March the 10th, it'll be 8 years.
8 years, wow.
Your dog's creeping up behind you.
Hiding.
Who made the cage work on it?
A friend of mine named Brian.
Brian, okay. Cool.
To him, Relic's a happy truck.
Well, he should be happier now.
I think Molly wants something.
Attention all the time, 24/7. If she's awake, she wants attention.
My little puppy's the same thing. Well, puppy, he's more than a year old now, so he's not really a puppy. But
they're all puppies.
Your dog's a toddler, Frank.
Halfwit says, Jack, you should build RC cars.
Somebody's gonna have to pay for
it.
it.
For his cows, mate.
For his cows.
Yeah, for his cows.
I've seen what was it? It was a summit running after the cows, like doing a herd thing. And like,
yeah,
that was kind of fun.
Worked?
Oh yeah, they love it. Cows are like dogs; they'll chase after anything.
I thought they were being chased by it, therefore they weren't chasing after it; they were running from it.
Well, they like to play.
Never heard that before.
Yes, Brian, my girls did win the gold. They work hard and they won gold at the Olympics. So
it was a good game too. That was a fast-paced game. That was a good game.
Yeah, I stayed up to watch it, so that was fun. It was late, but it was fun.
What game was it?
Canada versus US last night.
Yeah, but what was the sport?
Oh, hockey. Sorry.
Oh, hockey, is it? Okay.
Hockey, yeah. It ended up being 3-2.
What's going on over there?
Hey, Bubbles, how you doing? He says, "What's up, RC crew?"
Hey, Bubbles. Thanks for the sub again on Bubbles.
Bubbles RC shit.
My channel's up and running again on the other one too, Bubbles.
Yeah, Brad for now has got 2 channels. He's not sure he's going to keep both, but right now he's got 2.
What you got 2 channels for?
Because I was having problems with my phone. I'm still having the same problem with it that I erased it in the first place for. Or deleted and reset my phone, and it was worthless because it's still doing the same thing.
So when he commented, or when he went to see a comment on YouTube Studio, he commented on it, but when he came back, it didn't highlight it or shade it gray that he replied to it. So it's as if it's a non-read message, in other words, all the time. So even though he's read them all, it doesn't refresh. So I told him it's not the phone that's doing that, it's the app. There's a problem with the app. So until they do an update or until somebody fix the app, there's nothing you can do.
Did you know there was a massive update recently that was just blowing everything up?
From YouTube?
Yeah, YouTube made another massive update and they just...
Oh, look at that beauty.
Everything stalls, mate.
Yeah, I lost like 25 subscribers when they did. Every time they do an update, I lose subscribers because they get rid of dead. They get rid of dead channels.
I happen to gain one, but that's a
comments go, subs go, views go, the whole lot.
What scale is that one?
18.
18 scale, yeah.
Yeah.
I
very
like that.
Scale runs like an actual vehicle. It moves around like one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like the 18 scale.
I like it a lot.
See, 18
Lyle's gonna
scale,
do. Lyle's gonna do his 18. You're gonna do a whole thing on 18 scale running, aren't you? Where they're running from
the weather gets nicer when there isn't like a foot of snow out there. Yeah.
You're
Indoors, I'm out of ideas.
You show them trying to crawl and.
I'm still here. I'm just behind the camera.
Yeah, you're gonna try to get them to crawl and do going through the woods with it.
Hey, Tank, do me a favor, will you?
Right.
When you go to get a haircut, take Brad with you.
yeah, Brad's in the I'm probably gonna go Saturday. But 1/18 scale, that I could see myself getting into the 1/18 scale. 1/24 is too small. But 1/18, they have nice trucks and very scale looking, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that one he's got there. That's a beast.
They have a lot of features on them besides that they're scale.
That runs really good, that thing he's got there.
Mm-hmm.
Brad, Bubbles RC Shed said, awesome. Glad your channel's back up. Time to maybe do a second channel as only Brad Facts.
I could do that with the other one.
Yeah, and then you'll go to the park and just say facts about the park. Did you know that this park is so many square feet? You do a bunch of shorts. The only thing you do is shorts. It could be 30-second long or a minute long or whatever, but you just turn on the camera and you say a fact. You turn it off and you move to the next one. You should do that. And I guarantee you'll get a lot of subs on that one. People are looking for that.
We heard enough about Metro Park, didn't we?
Yeah, Metro Park. No, I still want to hear about it. I want to go visit that park with my RC, but I hear I cannot go anymore with the RCs in Metro Park. I'm not allowed.
No, I do it all the time. I'm not even bothered by the Rangers anymore.
But they don't let you have an RC on there. What a
No,
joke.
I run my RCs in the parks. The Rangers have seen me. I've been around the Rangers and they've done nothing.
You're not on the trails like we are.
Well,
Hey, Chris, how you doing,
I'm
mate?
on baseball
Yeah.
diamond.
Yeah, you run them on that.
Baseball players won't like you very much.
I hope you're not on the baseball diamond when there's a game.
No.
Okay.
No. Radioactive, it's been very hot here, mate. It's been shocking, really. And there's another heat wave coming.
Yeah, in Australia, while we have our winter, they have their summer. So it's backward over there.
Hey,
Yeah,
so
it's yeah, it's
Frank,
gonna be heating up again.
Oh, yeah.
Brad, don't interrupt me. I haven't been up here for a long time.
He's been doing not bad. He usually shuts up when people start talking. So it's not bad.
Yeah, but
Frank,
the humidity in that here is terrible.
The what's
Like,
terrible?
No, the humidity, you know,
Oh, the
it's,
humidity, yeah.
it's yeah, you wouldn't cope with it. But you know, like I have the split systems going practically 24/7. You go outside and there's a bakehouse, you know.
It makes it tough to run your RCs outside when it's very humid.
I wouldn't run them in the heat. No, no way. No, no, no. No hope. No.
Mm-hmm.
so Frank, we could you could come down here and you could attempt it. I don't think you'll be bothered for quite a number of miles, anyways.
What happened to John Martin?
He's still there. No, we're 6 now. So who's the other one that's in the back? Yeah, Randy's there. I don't know where John is.
His wife might have grabbed him.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why his wife was yelling at him?
Yeah, I heard a big yell also.
Wow.
So
The new 1K came in. What's that? Anyone know what that is?
I'm not sure.
He bought a new camera.
Oh, the Sony 1K, I think it's called.
Yeah,
Is that Sony? I think that makes the 1K.
yeah, and it was almost that much.
how much is it? $1,000
$947.
with taxes?
Yeah,
It would
but
be $1,000.
$947.
What camera?
With taxes or without taxes?
For a camera, yeah.
What camera is it? Action
It's
camera?
regular photography camera.
DSLR.
Yeah, probably a DSLR. Depending on the lens, it's the lens that costs the most money sometimes.
Anti-shake
too.
as well. The stabilization can cost you a lot of money.
Yeah.
No, not on DSLRs. No.
What are you trying to
Stabilize
do there with
on-
your truck, Lau?
Aren't very
I
good.
know what he's doing.
The back of this catches a lot. There's a big lip back here. So I'm just cutting out a chunk of Lexan out of the box of an old F1 350 or something. I'm just going to screw that on the back so it doesn't drag when I go over rocks as much.
Cool.
Hey,
So
you
you're
make
making a
yourself
you're making
Hey,
a stick
Alan, how
plate,
you
in other
doing?
words.
Good to see you, mate. I haven't seen you for ages, mate.
you could do some
G'day,
you know,
how you doing, mate?
things on the diffs to protect it with the Lexan.
Skids.
Yeah, put skids on the diffs.
It's
Not
a
gonna
Canon
Not
M500
gonna happen.
Mirrorless camera. Okay, that makes sense now.
mirrorless. Yeah.
M50, is it?
Yeah.
Is that Canadian? $1,000 Canadian, is it?
No, that's American. He lives in the US.
Oh, okay. How you doing, Alan? Good to see you, mate.
Bull gear, Traxxas jack.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why, but must have been the TRX6, I think.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm out of water.
How much more longer are you going to go for? Because I'm going to head out and get something to eat.
We're here for another hour.
All right, no worries. I'll see you all later. I got to get something to eat.
See you
All
later.
right,
Jack.
Thanks for coming
Later,
in.
Jack.
See you.
Anyway, guys, I gotta go. I got an early start in the morning.
All right, Randy, be safe out there.
Oh, I plan to.
Yeah. And
Anyone gets in my way, they are my crumple zone.
that's it.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Just make sure you get on the camera.
Like Big Head said, skids on diffs are for mall crawlers.
So I've seen the new Beetle one that they just came out with.
Yeah, that Beetle from FMS. Yeah.
It may look plain, but it's got a lot of detail.
But it's just like the other one that they came out with the motor and all that. I think it has the same motor.
It has this whole same transmission system.
Hmm.
They said the seats feel very rubbery, like they guess they would, I guess.
Yeah, they're made of rubber.
Yeah.
Brian, I did go to Electrosport to race my buggy and my short course truck, but the crawler course was not built back then. It is now. They're going to have a grand opening soon. I think it's this weekend. So I might show up there for the grand opening. We'll see.
I guess they'll have a buggy track.
Well, it's a covered kind of not a barn, but it's a big covered, those round thing for farmers that they have. They build a track.
Kind of like a lean-to style.
Yeah. So they got a racetrack in there. And when they originally opened it, they wanted to do a crawler course in one corner, but nobody wanted to take care of it. Finally, somebody decided to help them out and actually build it this winter. So it's starting to be not bad. There is potential. They're going to grow bigger. And the more people they have helping, the best it's going to be for them. So it's kind of cool. Bull Gear says, man, I show up and everybody leaves. That's what happened when you show up, man. Sorry about that. Get in here. Send me an email at thetankrc@gmail and I'll send you a link.
I was just going to say the same thing. He needs to be in here. Maybe get some different faces.
Yeah. FMS has been pulling a lot of nice stuff lately. Yes, they have.
And Rock Hobby also, and their satellite company, whatever you want to call it, their sister company.
Mm-hmm. Well, that
Actually, I
pickup
think
truck
FMS has three different companies. Rock Hobby's one of them. I forgot the name of the third one.
If I go to the Beetle or the pickup that Lyle has, I think I would rather have the pickup that Lyle has rather than the Beetle. If I had,
they have two. What was the Rock Hobby, or was it, or is the FMS the one with the bluish colored body?
You're thinking of Easy RC.
Okay, but who came out with the truck that's pretty much the same truck but with the blue coloring?
Easy RC.
Easy RC came out with that one?
It's the same company. FMS, Rock Hobby, and Easy RC are all the same company.
And which one is the top one is the FMS, and then Rock Hobby, then the other one?
That can be debated because the Rock Hobby is like their off-roading ones, and then FMS is more like their flyers. But FMS is coming out with the real nice detailed scale stuff. But if you get one with Rock Hobby, it's going to have the nicer tires and nicer electronics. FMS has slightly less electronics, and then Easy RC has no branding. So they make up names for it.
Oh yeah, the Glacier they called it.
You got her.
okay.
But they're still all very scale looking, those vehicles.
Yep.
Yep.
Bull Gear says, I'm too ugly to be on the show, Tank. Well, you don't have to turn on your camera. You don't have to turn on your camera. You could turn off your camera and just speak.
I think we've seen Bull Gear before, hasn't he? He's been on here before.
I think so. Chainsaw, how you doing? Ethan, how you doing? A lot of guys are showing up in the chat. Queenie and Tony said, see you later, Jack. So did Joe. I didn't see that earlier. Yeah, I got to look at what the Electrosport and find out when their grand opening is. Come on. Electrosport RC. They've done a lot of work, which is kind of cool. Oh, the CTV News actually went at the Electrosport to actually do a coverage. Maybe I should call them and to get them to come to Holly's.
That's an indoor track.
Yeah, that one's indoor, but ours is outdoor.
Look at that. You got a buggy and a crawler together.
Well, no, it's not a buggy. That's a rock
no,
racer.
it's not. It's a rock hopper more, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a axial capper and the Traxxas Bronco.
Okay.
So here's a documentary, I guess. They went on the news. See, here's some buggy shots. John Kennedy, he kind of crashed, I guess.
Must be running those tires on
Dirt.
clay. I thought it was clay.
Yeah, it is clay over there. It is a clay track.
And Brian said Electro's on Facebook with info.
Okay. Now that's more buggies again. I know that even John had a video of the track the other day. He went there. So that's them fixing at the beginning of the track, doing their stuff inside. So
where's this?
It's in Ottawa, close to here. Well, it's an hour away from me.
They got a big warehouse they're doing it in.
Oh, it's March 6th, the grand opening.
Oh, that's my birthday.
There you go. You got somewhere to go for
My goodness.
birthday.
You're gonna go there, right, Frank?
Yeah, March 6th should be able to.
Looks like they still have the buggy track.
Yep. And here's an indoor.
They looks like there's an indoor what's drift track? Or no, that's wet clay.
Yep. Where's
So
this
Frank,
one?
you could bring two different types of cars out there, and you could do both.
This is in Trois-Rivières. This is about 4 hours from me.
Oh,
3 or 4 hours.
so it's not that RC electric place.
Hey, Tank, I just noticed something weird.
What?
A little bit ago, I just put in the chat for everybody to hit the thumbs up to help you out. I looked at it after that and it showed 30 thumbs up. Now it's down to 19.
Is that from YouTube did that, didn't they?
Yeah, I got 18 likes right now.
And it was at 30 right after I did that.
Strange. YouTube is doing free games.
Ooh, I'm getting some real sleet hitting my thing and a push of the wind.
What's your thing?
What's your thing?
Like it sounds like it's pushing on the window or a screen.
This freezing rain slamming up against your glass.
Yeah,
That's
but then
all
I
I've been
heard
hearing for the last
something
40
else
minutes.
besides. I heard something else besides that.
Okay. I can't wait for this summer. It's going to be back to normal, hopefully again. Not having to worry about this stupid mask all the time. And every time you walk to a store or a restaurant, got to show your ID and show them that you're vaccinated. It's going to be so much nicer. Hopefully.
What was? Oh, he just added a Lexan thing to it. Nothing else is wrong with it, Lyle.
Not yet.
Not yet, but when you get done with it, it will be.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next time I take it out.
Custom work.
Well, if you get one of these things, the only thing I have complained about is they don't screw or they don't glue in the windshield wipers. So if you get one, glue them in, because I've lost a lot of wipers.
You know what?
There we go. Skid plate added.
Unfortunately, they're not waterproof from what I understand.
I don't know. If you watch Medic's video on it, he had water coming up over the hood and he never had any failures. I'm not saying go ahead and do it, but I wouldn't.
Hey, wait a minute. There's no bumper on it. There's no rear bumper.
No, it broke off in shipping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even though it comes in one of these foam cases, it showed up with a broken bumper. But the way it goes in the box, the tailgate, the controller sits like this inside the box when it's all in there. And when it showed up, the tailgate, come on. The tailgate was down and the controller was in it. And I think the tailgate is what broke the bumper off. So I think it got inspected at the border. And when they tried to put it back together, they fucked up.
Do you have so you saw the bumper in there?
Oh yeah, I have the bumper. It's just broken.
You gonna fix it?
Nope. Don't need a bumper.
That used to be an option when you bought a truck.
That's true, eh? When you bought a pickup truck, rear bumper was optional. I remember that.
We were joking there the other day that or like last year actually, that when you bought a vehicle, a chrome bumper was an upgrade, like a truck. And now a chrome bumper is the standard cheap thing. And if you want a paint matching bumper, that's the upgrade.
Yeah, it used to be a chrome was an upgrade and a step bumper was an upgrade. So they started leaving the bumpers off for you to pick.
Yeah.
So those the suspension and the tires don't get squashed in that box. They say just like how you lift, like we lift our vehicles up so they don't get spots that come into it.
Square tires. Do your your tire go square in that box?
No, there's support underneath the chassis. It's fully supported.
Okay.
So in other words, it's hanging over. There's a bar that it sits on that keeps the tires from hitting the bottom.
Yeah, the Atlas is the best example. All the you can see it in the molding. It's got a place for all where the axles sit and where the suspension sits and everything.
Yep.
So yeah, when it sits in there, it doesn't compress the tires. It's resting on the chassis, not the tires.
Cool.
And he's gonna run all his small vehicles with some friends helps, right? With your friends helping you driving all.
Hopefully.
Well, if he brings him here, I'll help him run him.
You know what? You should make a little 18 scale track somewhere at Ollie's for those.
Well, you can run the 18th scale on where the 1/10 go. It's just some of the stuff like the rope bridge and things like that you can't do, but on the trails you can run them no problem. They'll go through.
So, what do you think of the Beetle that they made, Lyle?
Don't know what I'd do with it if I had one.
You think you have more use for the Kluber wagon?
Well, either way, I would take it off road. But the Beetle seems weird to me because it was a rear wheel drive, not a 4-wheel drive, and the fact that they made a 4-wheel drive kind of weirds me out because with Beetles around here in around Calgary, I know lots of guys who have them, and it's either dead stock or it's upgraded for racing with this giant stinger pipe out the back, or they tear it down into nothing, put reduction gears or whatever they're called, reduction portals on the end of the rear, and turn it into a buggy with like 33-inch tires on the front and bicycle tires on the, or 33-inch tires on the rear and bicycle tires in the front, and take it off roading.
You know what I heard? I heard that back during war times when they were using that Beetle, it was a 4-wheel drive vehicle.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay, that I didn't know. I just know all the.
So now you know. So yeah, because it's based after a World War II Beetle.
And that's a Brad fact.
I heard that from someone. I actually heard that from someone who talked about that model. I go, I thought they're supposed to be two rear-wheel drive. And he goes, no, they made them during the war.
There's no way that they could make that into a 4-wheel drive because of the way the transaxle was set up.
Yeah.
It had to be a totally different setup. It's like a Beetle body on top of another chassis or something.
Probably on top of the Kluber wagon chassis.
Seems like a lot of work just to make a couple of them.
Ethan says the Volkswagen Type 87 was a 4x4. I have no idea what is a Type 87.
It's the one
Type 87.
That's the FMS one. So now you know, Lyle. So you could do what you're doing with the others.
That's what I do with pretty much everything. Trail it.
Yeah, well, you could trail that car, I guess, like the Kluber wagon.
Type 87. Looks like it was a 4x4.
Yep. So it was a Beetle body on a different chassis. Look at that. Is that jungle colors?
The Italian military had them.
They look like jungle colors.
Well, they fought with the Germans.
Yeah, I know that.
That's the paint job I should put on my VW, my rally one, since it's a 4x4.
What to put the Italian paint job on it?
Put this one kind of a gold rust look to it.
Deserty.
Yeah.
Look at that, Type 87 and just plain white.
Interesting tires.
Look at that. There's a very weathered vehicle.
Yep. And that's the RC, I believe. Or no, that's the underneath the real one for the 4x4.
It still has a similar suspension up front as the regular Beetle.
That's interesting to actually know and see. I didn't know that Volkswagen actually had a bug that was actually 4x4.
I've seen some people who've gotten them and painted them black.
Okay.
And there's a black one.
That one looks like it's got a puddle of oil underneath it.
Probably. Or a pan.
It looks like a pan.
Okay, tire pads.
Or a mirror to actually see the engine. I think these are mirrors on the ground.
And it looks like a puddle of oil the way it sits there.
Yeah.
Would you say that tire's a 30-inch tire?
Don't know.
No.
Ow. Crazy.
That looks just like the tire that they would put on the Jeep.
There's the other one on the other side.
I'm surprised they got that good a traction with that tire.
Good info. I didn't know it was they came 4x4. Thanks.
See, Lyle, you would know what to do with it now.
Queenie says Molly is such a cutie.
Yeah, that's your big baby.
Yeah.
Howdy.
John's
You're
back.
back.
What'd you do with your wife? Locked her up in the closet?
No, she locked herself up in the closet.
Okay.
Near the staircase.
You know, one of these days she'll come out of the closet, you know?
Yeah, the phone decided to die on me and I had to plug it in and recharge it. And I tried to fire up the laptop and it decides it doesn't want to fire up.
So you got yourself a cable now?
What's that?
You got it. You got a cable charging it at the same time now?
Yeah. Well, I had it plugged in and it wheeled loose and I didn't realize it.
Okay.
So while it was charging, I figured, all right, let's see if I can fire up the laptop and jump on real quick. Yeah, nope.
Man, I don't know why I
Tony's
said
here.
yeah. I don't know why I said yes to all those builds. I got a lot of stuff all over the place. But they're fun.
That's how you get sponsored, right?
True, true.
It'll keep you busy.
As long as they're not the 124 scale.
Do you get to do videos on it all?
I
the-
did
on the
do
stuff you're
a
doing?
couple videos. I did do a couple videos on the Charisma. It's still on my phone. I haven't uploaded it yet. But
Okay.
I've been doing some tank tips, kind of. So
Yeah, I
while
saw that.
So I'm just throwing some tank tips out there. Something I wanted to do, I did last year, and I want to keep going again. It's while I'm building something, I'm thinking of something. I go, oh yeah, this is important. People should see that. So I just videotape it real quick and mention it.
It's yeah, and Frank's limit is 18 scale.
It's not that much different, actually. The screw sizes and most of the parts are the same.
Okay.
Wheels, tires, transmission's pretty much the same size. They just have a bigger body,
So later,
I
Bogey.
think.
I like that.
No.
I like that jump that you made there instead of with the crush car and that jump. I think people are gonna like that little jump. That's for sure.
I think Frank should buy some for his Claude to go over.
No, they're for 124th scale, Brad.
Oh, well, I thought he had some crushing for the Claude. Crushing. Oh,
Well, he does have some, but he doesn't make those.
oh.
Yeah,
But he made the other jumps for the Clodbusters and all that. He's made those jumps also, but he doesn't sell them.
they'd be too big to ship,
Oh yeah.
most of them.
I was going to say what he has now, Brad, is about the width of the Claude tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at a bigger vacuum former, though,
Oh yeah.
so I can do bigger stuff, but
Holy hell.
we'll see. It's quite a drive for me to pick it up, but I'm making plans to do it.
Shiki's asked you a question. Working on your micro drag, CCXRC question mark. You have a micro drag car? Oh,
Just picked it up.
that's not a drag car.
No, we're trying to see do a competition to see who can make the Element Enduro go the fastest.
Okay, so that's a 24 scale enduro, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
so we're gonna do like a micro or a mini drag from a crawler.
When did they start
So-
making that? When did that come out? The Enduro 24.
Oh, 2 years ago,
Yeah,
something like
but
that.
that body is
This
new.
one is about a year ago.
Yeah,
That's the Forerunner body, isn't it?
yeah.
Trail
call it
runner,
the
they
trail
call
runner.
it. Yeah.
You can get the Losi 100,000 kV brushless system for it.
Oh, but that would scream.
I have a 12,000 kV system coming.
Wow.
Sorry, I meant 100,000 RPM. Not
Okay.
kV, RPM.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would be insane, but yeah, I don't know how many RPMs it is, but it's a 12,000 kV Charisma motor.
How much is it?
So $60.
Oh. And
Almost, it's more than half the price of the car.
about this
No,
big.
it's the same as the one that Bull Gear got me, who just left. He gave me an 8,000 kV, and I can't find that one anywhere. But they have a 12,000, so I got that. It's this size, tiny.
Okay.
Here's
Size of
here's
your- About the
Here's the
size of
truck.
almost the size of your index finger. Almost.
yeah. So about the size, a little bigger than the ones that come stock in these. little bit bigger round. Trying to think what it'd be. It's actually about the size around of my pinky finger.
Wow.
Yep.
That RPM is going to be well over 100,000 with a 12,000.
It's going to be fast because all I know is these headphones block out too much sound. Sounds weird. But I have the Furatech system runs axles very similar to this, and at 4,000 kV, it's fast. So I think 12,000 is going to be ridiculous.
It'll be wheeling all the time.
So I have other options. I have this 9,500 one I can put in. But this is only 2-pole. Those Charisma ones, I believe, are 4-pole and they're smoother.
Yeah.
But these Surpass rockets are only 2-pole. They're just get it done.
Time to make yourself a wheelie bar.
Oh yeah, I'll be having to print a wheelie bar. We're allowed to extend the chassis. In fact, I have the rules somewhere.
12,000. I have a feeling it's going to be well over 120,000 RPM.
Yeah. So here's what we're doing with it, because you guys can actually, anybody can take part in it. Is we're calling it the tiny gap in it build off. So you're gapping somebody, the distance you put between yourself and them, drag racing, is to gap them. So we're calling it tiny gapping because they're little trucks. But we're basically, it has to be an Element Enduro based. So you have to have 2 chassis rails from it, and you have to have the rear axle. About all you have to actually have from it, because you can change the transmission, or you can get, because these have a transfer case in them, which does a gear reduction. And so that's why these go so slow as a crawler. But when you change the transmission to like the Furatech one, is super fast. It's because you're getting rid of some of that gear reduction that they built in, I think, with the transfer case.
What's a quarter mile at a 24 scale?
I don't know. What we're doing, so yeah, transfer case is a 40 to 17. So a bunch of gear ratios going down. You've got 64 to 12, so spur pinion, 40 to 16. So you got 5.33 to 1, 2.5 to 1, 2.35 to 1, 2 to 1 with the axles, and then final drive ratio is a 62.6 to 1. So it becomes very slow when you add it all together. You can direct drive it. If you wanted to put that motor directly onto a drive shaft and just do it as a 2-wheel drive, that's fine. Like we're getting rid of stuff. You can, max length is 12 inches.
Wow.
Wheelbase. Max width is 6 inches. So we're letting people really get creative with it. And we said wheelbase. So you can actually add a wheelie bar even longer than that, or a body and things to really stretch it out if you want. But the wheelbase has to be 12-inch max. So, yeah. But the area we're saying it has to be done in is it has to be a 90-foot by 12-foot area. And you have to get your speed and stop within that 90 feet.
Okay.
So that way we can limit how, because at some point it's going to be out of the camera, not visible, all that with these tiny things. So that's a way to give ourselves a distance. Like you got to be able to get it up to that speed and stop, and then show the time or your speed, and so you can go fastest.
Well, you're gonna have to put yourself in the middle. When you're filming, you'll have to put yourself in the middle and videotape that way, and videotape while it passes in front of you.
Yep, that's exactly it. And then show the speedometer at the end. It has to be one continuous clip, which they always do with drag stuff anyway. But I'm going to be posting all the rules for it, and we're opening it up. It's not going to be just Pablo and I. It's going to be kind of a community thing. It's just something to do for fun.
Cool.
And see how creative people can get, because they make drag car bodies like for slot cars. So that's something that people could do and build to that slot car body.
Do you have to keep it 4x4?
Nope, it can be 2-wheel drive. You don't even have to use the front axles. You could do independent front if you wanted, if you found a way, or just straight bar across. You'd want to have knuckles or whatever, but you can, you can change it up quite a bit.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's just an idea. We had to put some regulations on and keep a few things that made it still an enduro, but we went with this because it had diffs instead of worm gear
Mhm.
to go faster. But people can do dually tires stuff. They just can't use like a rocket to propel it. Like you can't stick a Estes rocket on it, or any kind of crazy thing like that. Compressed air some way that you activate and give it an extra boost, like nitrous or anything. It's got to be powered by a single motor. So I'll be posting the rules. It's not that difficult, but there's definitely some rules.
Hey, Tony, when you get ready to start testing that or actually doing that, I do still have my drag system.
We don't really need a drag system though, because it's just literally within an area. It's not timed.
No, I'm saying so you can get the speed. Unless you're going to put a GPS into it.
Yeah, we're gonna put GPSs in them.
All right. Okay.
Yep. Because it's all about the top speed in that area. And so that's the easiest way to clear it out and show it. Start of run, end of run, show the speed. But so Traxxas has a new drag system though.
Yeah, I see that. Just the lights. That's all it is.
Cool.
So that
just one single flashlight.
Yeah, that'd be kind of good for you guys when you guys do your monster truck stuff, because you can get the winch controller. You can start the lights by that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some kind of app you can get for your phone that's got a tree on it.
Oh, that'd be cool. Just set it down there, wirelessly connect.
Yeah, it's got to be out there somewhere. Somebody's got to make that. If not, there's an opportunity for you, Tony.
Yeah, all I've been using is we use those little LED pucks that they sell at the $5, whatever that we call it, a 5 or below. It's just a little light with a remote, and you just hit red or green. So you hit red after the race. When it's time to go, you push the green button and the light turns green. Perfect. So you just have to have somebody that hits the button. That's how they did it at Trigger King. I'm like, how have I never done this? This is genius. It's just a cheapy little light powered by AA battery. And yeah, you just don't know. It's the same as the flashlight technique. There's no you can't time the light. It's just green, and then you go. So you don't get people red lighting and doing all that stuff because you can't even anticipate it.
Yeah, because the timing tree, there's yellow, and then it goes.
Yep.
So.
Yep. But it's more like the street ones where they have the guy stand out in the middle and hit with a flashlight. When you see the light flash from the flashlight, you take off. So that's the idea that Traxxas is going for, which I think is brilliant, because their other one was a bit of a pain to set up every time and having everything in and stage in and all that kind of crap. You just put a line on the ground and you have a light and boom, go. So
and then it's a variable, whether it's like 2 seconds or 6 seconds.
Yep. You never know. You can't judge it. Yeah, it's slick.
It's like $35 and then like $25 for the controller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cheap. And I think it's cool because you can do it as 2 people. If there's only 2 of you, you don't need somebody to go out there and push it. It's just because whoever hits the button, you still don't know when it's going to go.
Yeah.
Tony, you missed Jack, the guy that saved your life. Was here earlier.
I know. I was trying to get in. I was on my phone. I was coming back from the comp today. So, but by the time I got in to tuck my kids in, he was gone. I just saw people saying goodbye to him in the chat and he was gone. Yeah. So I missed him.
You said he might be back.
That much.
Jake is in the chat. How are you doing, Jake? Tony, I got a hobby store to sponsor all my events all summer long.
Nice.
So there's going to be 16 events altogether. So
16 in the summer. That's a lot.
two a month.
Okay. You guys have an 8-month summer?
Sure. Well, it's not just summer. Like I'm going to have one in March.
Spring.
early
Okay.
March,
Spring. Yeah.
and
Okay.
up to September.
Just call it like your summer series, though.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Got it.
But the fun day, I'm having what's called a fun day, which people come, but it's not a competition. It's just a fun day. But I will give them scorecards for them to score their truck just for the hell of it. And if you come with a kid and you come 3 times in a row, like where there's six events for fun day, but if you come to the first 3, your name goes in a draw to win an SCX 1024.
Huh.
So if you come
That's
with your
cool.
kid, it's benefit for you because the name of your kid is going to be there. It's just to promote for the kids to come.
Yeah. I like it.
On the fun day. So there's 2
And
trucks.
they're sponsoring that giveaway.
Yes. So there's
Now, is there
2 trucks
giveaways
to
every
do.
week? Or it's just
No,
at the end?
yes. Yeah, every month at the end of the month we have an event. Every end of the month we're going to have it. It's the last Sunday of the month. That's an event. So now I have to come up with different events. One of them is going to be the Cheerio challenge that I've seen some guys do. You know you take the Cheerios and you put them on the truck and you drive. I'm going to do that and
have to
a
drop
couple of
them.
other ones.
I like that one that you guys and Kagan were coming up with, where you have 2 cars tethered together and you got to do the trail without them pulling apart.
Yes, that's another one. I call it stuck on you, but
Yeah, that was it.
yes, I do have to get somebody to 3D print me the holder for the magnet, because basically it's this magnet here with a hole in the middle. These are friggin' strong. They're small.
Yeah,
and I can get them
screw
bigger.
them in.
I can get them bigger, but once you put these together, they're very hard to pull apart. Very hard. They slide off, but when you put them together, they're friggin' stuck on.
So is it too hard to pull it apart then?
That's what I want to check once they're in the thing.
Yeah.
It will be hard, but I want it to be hard, but I want it to be possible to come off.
Okay. Like if somebody tumbles down a hill and
Yeah.
yeah.
If you give it a good jerk.
I found one.
I thought Kagan already had some of those made up for you.
Oh,
Yeah, he
wicked.
did.
So,
What is it called?
hold on, I forget. Start light.
What's that?
Start
app.
light?
So basically, it'll take you can turn the camera on and off. It'll take a picture for you too. So you just tap it to start, and it tells you your staging. It takes a picture, then go, and it takes a picture again. You can turn the camera on and off.
That's an app you get for your phone?
Yep, I just downloaded it now.
Brent has something like that when he runs around his property, he does laps. He has something that counts laps.
Yeah, lap counter.
That
Yeah.
might be able to do the same thing, just going one end to the other.
Well, no,
So,
this is literally
no,
for
because
you
you
to
gotta
be
go by- you
standing
gotta-
and watching the light.
You got to go by the original start point. So that's why that's how that works, because it takes a picture of the car.
Yeah, for the ending, you just have a slow motion camera there.
Yeah.
But half the time, they're not that close. You usually have a clear winner in those, it seems like, in the ones I've watched. One is
So-
usually on its lid.
Oh, and it has a detection for an early start too. It's got a red light. So if your car moves before the light turns green, you get a red light and you're disqualified.
Nice.
Cool.
It's free?
Yep.
Light tree.
Who's going to donate their phone to do that?
Yeah, right. Smash.
So
If you hit your phone on the starting line, you got a problem.
Well, it has to be out in front of the cars in order to see them.
No, it says you can use the front camera
Oh,
or
the
the
back camera.
Yeah,
So
so you
it's
can
in
have
front
the
of
cars
it.
and yeah, and you can have the driver could be back behind the phone and have the cars in front of it, and the cars take off that way. So yeah, the phone will never be in danger.
Oh, I like it. I'm getting it right now.
Hey,
Yeah,
Mexi
that'll get it.
Alcer, how you doing?
Either that or you get it on an old extra phone that you might have floating around.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was thinking the same thing too. Yeah.
What was it called? Light Tree?
Start light. I typed
Light.
in free racing starter, I think, or something like that.
Here it is. Wicked.
Hey, Z Froggy, how you doing? Yeah, the store that's going to sponsor all my events is STCRC, Scale Truck Canada. So they're a bunch of nice guys over there. The only thing is, they told me, I'll sponsor every single event that you have, but I want exclusivity. So which means I cannot get sponsorship from the other hobby store here in Ottawa, which kind of sucks a little bit, but I'll try it this year. I'll see how it goes. So it's going to be interesting. And they're going to give me some castle creation, some servos, some remotes, different type of remotes. So it should be interesting for first, second, and third prize. And some door prizes, some T-shirts, some pack sacks. So a bunch of stuff from them. So it should be interesting.
You're muted.
Oh, wow, you're unmuted.
Be nice.
You were muted earlier. It was so peaceful.
Yeah, you were talking, Brad, and you were muted.
Oh my gosh, it was like the best part of the show.
Your mouse was moving, but we weren't hearing what you were saying.
And that's a Brad fact.
Yeah. So Tony's installing the timing system.
This is very cool.
Say
Good
thank
job,
you.
Lyle.
Say thank you, Lyle.
Thank you, Lyle.
And now Tony can do a
How was
review on that.
everybody?
I wish they would allow you to set the time after you stage, because you have to tap the phone to get in. Like everything happens very quickly.
Yeah. That's about the only bad thing when I noticed that when I'm playing with it. It just says staging dot dot dot. Basically, got to tap it and then grab your remote and be ready.
Or get somebody
Yeah.
else to tap.
Yeah. Or get a long fake finger. You know, you
Yeah.
get those things you can use on your phone. Just get a really long one and tap it with a stick.
I wonder if they make it for like an iPad app. That would be really cool to have a big screen to
Oh yeah, yeah.
find somebody that has an iPad.
How's everybody?
Oh, doing good.
Not bad.
So you were with your wife? Well, you were shopping? Guru. I thought you said you're with your wife. You'll be in later. That's what you typed.
Yeah, I thought you saw the emoji. We was blowing smoke. We was blowing
Oh.
smoke signals.
Cool.
Yeah, no. She is watching Lock and Key.
Oh, yeah?
Something on Netflix about a house with a bunch of keys and all the keys do something different, weird. Yeah,
That sounds like a movie I'm not gonna watch.
it's not a movie, it's a series.
Okay. Cool. Did you get any builds lately? You get anything new? Or
Ooh.
finish off something?
Me?
Yeah, Guru.
No. Maybe this weekend.
Now your Capra, you're getting a new body for it or new panels?
Yeah, I'm making
Yeah, you're making it with a can of beer, I think, eh?
Yep.
Cool.
Headhunter. Cleveland's own Headhunter.
There's
Uncle-
Jack. There's Bull Gear.
Hello,
Hi,
Uncle
B.
Lee.
What's up,
You're
BJ?
also known as Uncle
Hey,
Lee.
Bull Gill.
Hey, Bull Gear.
Yeah, he's still connecting. There he goes. Now you got to unmute yourself. That's weird because I actually turned on that feature. Like people come in muted, and I took it off, but it won't go off now. It's
You're still
stupid.
muted, Uncle Lee.
Yeah, you're still muted. You got to tap your screen to bring the mic and tap on the mic button on the corner.
For me.
Frank, I wonder if it's, since you're reusing the same link.
So you're still
Okay.
muted. There you
Okay.
go.
Thank you, Brad.
How you doing, Lee?
Pretty good. How about you?
Not too bad. Trying to stay warm.
No, actually, I'm in South Carolina right now. It's pretty nice here.
Cool.
Guru's future home.
What are you doing down in South Carolina?
Same thing I do everywhere, just working.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I guess
Yes,
you're not
sir.
going to USTE?
No, I never have time to do events.
Okay. I would go
Yeah.
just to chat with people, just to meet people. That's what I'd go for.
Yeah. One of these days I'll make it, I'm sure.
There's Sean.
It ain't like you ain't got everything inside a suitcase right there with you.
Yeah, I got some stuff with me.
Yeah.
Is it like a 4-hour ride for you to go South Carolina through Georgia to Florida?
It's about 8 hours.
Long haul
It's kind of tall.
to Orlando.
So Sean's in the chat. Sean, did you make it up there yet? Are you over there and having fun chatting with people?
He's
He's probably still driving because he had to pick Voodoo up today.
Well,
Okay.
Unknown is still driving, but I don't know if Sean is still driving. I asked earlier in the chat,
What about Eric?
but he never answered.
That is unknown.
It's unknown.
He's still driving.
Escaping the weather.
Yeah, it's snowing over here, Dennis.
Yeah, we're still getting the freezing rain here.
Nah, bro. I
I
got
hope-
something else in store for you.
I hope Sean is getting good driving weather. That's for sure.
Well, they should be away from it by now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I drove down here from Philadelphia yesterday and it was like 27 degrees in Philadelphia. And then I get here and it's almost 80.
Wow. Little bit of a difference.
Yeah.
You leave with a coat on and you get there and you take your coat off.
Yeah.
Sean says, I'm here. Cool.
What's going on, Jack?
Dennis is going to be working on your truck there, Tony, soon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was saying, I ain't got
As
nothing
soon
to
as we get a
mind.
little bit warmer weather, I'll be able to tear it down and start painting it.
Yeah.
Is that the Lloyd?
Yeah.
I got this guy,
Nice.
the HC4. You're getting the HC6 and I got the HC4. This thing is a heavy box. Now, I was told that when you unbox this, it's not like a Traxxas. When you get a Traxxas, the box are just as big, but it's just air in it. Compared to this, it's well packed. So I can't wait to see that, how packed this is.
It's well thought out when they pack those boxes.
Because it's friggin' heavy.
They want to get as many on a container as they can, that's for sure.
Well, the way that Cross packs everything, and once you get it all out and laid out on the table, you're like, how the hell did they get all this in that box?
Yeah, you try to pack it
Because
after
you
yeah.
can't get it in
It
there
ain't
once
going
you
back.
take it out.
Hey, Blizzard FPV, how you doing?
Hey, Tony,
What's up,
where's
Blizzard?
that picture taken with the covered bridge?
A park.
Any particular name or place? Fate?
Someplace in Ohio.
Oh, well, we have a lot of covered bridges in Ohio.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. It was here locally. It's in Grand Rapids. I thought you were trying to say it was at the park that you go to. So I was trying to make you.
I have a covered bridge near me, but it's not used for cars. It's used for people.
So Tony, looks like I might have to get a 1/24th after all.
Ooh,
Yeah.
For the simple reason that at Holly's, we're going to build a 1/24th scale area. That means I got to build bridges, I got to build challenges, I got to build different things. So if I got to build it, I got to test it. So the only way to test it is if I get a truck. So I
good
might have to.
way to make a reason to get a truck.
And so in other words, you're going to have to really measure things down.
Oh, hey, can I give you a link to something? Speaking of bridges, you should try and do something like this. I just want it because I want Bull here to see it because he could pack it with him and it's pretty awesome. I think he'd like it. I'll get the link and put it in the chat for you.
Put it in the chat here or in the chat online if you want. I'll make you a moderator if I can see you.
Cool.
You haven't chatted in a while, so I gotta find you.
Oh, I can pull it back up.
Or put it in this chat. I can post it up and actually.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull up the chat anyway so I can see what people are saying.
Is Jake drunk? Jake in all caps.
Trail Critter. Frank is not well. He is getting a 1/24th. I might get a loaner. What I'm going to tell people or STCRC is tell them, listen, give me one so I can build a track, or loan me one. So I might borrow one from them, but I don't want to buy one.
Smalls, he wants to go as 18 scale, right, Frank?
Right, Brad. The only thing you
I
need
got
to
distracted.
build for a 1/24th is firework. Well,
we knew that was coming.
For the party you're about to have.
Yeah. If people want to run them, I'll build something, but
people want to run them, man, and they want to buy all the parts and all the upgrades, and I'm one of those people. It's wicked fun. That's where I was tonight. I was at a mini comp, Thursday night mini comp, and I might go to a Saturday morning one at the other shop.
You should tie it to your sled and make a video with that.
Try and pull a sled?
Yeah. Just don't put any weight in it. But it would be a funny video. Like you hook it up, you make a video like you're backing up, getting ready, and you hook up the sled, and then it goes and it's not going to go anywhere. But it would be a funny video.
Can this mini SCX-24 pull my F-250? Find out now. And then draw it out for 20 minutes in order for it to not happen.
Oh, I hate those videos on YouTube, Facebook. Watch till the end, and
oh, those girls that are always doing some like they pretend they're hiding while the guy's cooking.
Yeah.
And they're like doing things like it's all setup stuff. And they take like 10 minutes to get to the thing. Crawler crate. This thing is wicked.
Is that 24th scale?
Yep.
I don't know if I've ever saw a bridge like that on a 10 scale course where they're
obstacle and landscaping from Micro Crawler RC.
Yeah, I could probably tote that with me.
It folds up. But it's
cool.
You can use it for multiple things, whether you've got just a hill you can't get up or whatever, you can use it to make like that.
I wonder where those were pictured.
And the boards that he uses, it looks really good. I'm waiting for my money to come in. I'm gonna get one.
How
Gotta
much
get
are they?
paid first.
That's a good
They're like
idea to put
50
wing
bucks.
nuts.
Oh, it's just wing nutted, yeah.
Yeah, so you can tighten it down in the
Oh, like
position
60
you want.
bucks.
What's in
That's 60
sections?
Canadian, so that's like, you know, $2 here.
I mean, it's more like 30 something dollars.
Yeah, I think it's 50-ish, 40 or 50 bucks,
You can
45.
add sections together.
Yep.
That's something that now look at that. Lyle wants to get that.
I already built my own years ago.
It's $45 with free shipping here.
I already have bridges.
Right.
You know,
But
speaking of
he's
one,
running them in Utah. I mean, what a wicked backdrop, huh?
He could have fell there. That would have not been nice.
Not that
Yeah,
far.
it's like a 3-foot drop, Brad.
Right.
Yeah, but if the vehicle's heavier, than usual, wouldn't it break it?
No,
No, that's
Well,
pretty durable.
how is heavier than usual? A half a pound?
With all the stuff they've been putting on them, they get them. I hear they get them pretty hefty.
All right, maybe a pound.
No, those are not very heavy.
No,
Nah.
it's not going to hurt those unless it drops on one wheel and snaps an axle.
So those are decals to put on the trucks. Oh, you can get flame decal.
Oh, it looks like someone has an engine too.
That's it. That's interesting though to make. That's an interesting way to make it. That's for sure.
Frank's
It is
gonna
a neat idea, though.
Well, I'm pretty crafty with wood and all that, so that would be easy to do.
but that looks like it's multiple feet.
Well, the whole thing, I didn't check the specs, but modular wood, 24 inches long,
Oh, look
roughly,
longer.
roughly 2 feet. So it's interesting, that's for sure.
Frank's gonna make one that goes around a whole edge where it's gonna be 6 feet.
Sure, Brad.
You're crafty, remember?
as long as you're painting it, Brad.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
No, you know exactly what I mean. Being facetious.
Well, so am I.
Except his was actually funny.
But it's interesting how the 124s were like when they were showing it, just like somebody there, it looks like the side of the Grand Canyon, but it's probably just a small rock and they just went around it. So it's kind of cool how small that is and how efficient they are. But getting one, I would like the Element more than the other one, the Axial, I think. Just because it's not worm gear.
It's great for crawling.
Or maybe I should just get the Kyosho instead, because it's more scale details. And I'm that type of guy. I like scale.
You just want to roll it all the time?
Yeah, sure.
I thought the Jimny
Wheel
was
weight
top
in it doesn't
heavy.
roll as much anymore.
I thought the Jimny one was actually less top heavy than
Radioactive, so you can print that up in no time and make 1 foot sections.
Yeah, you could. That'd be a good idea.
What's going on, Bubbles? 1, 2, 8, the bridge and
Yeah, I should work with radio. I should work with Radio Scale Active to actually do some stuff for the 124 scale truck course I'm building.
Radioactive scale.
Sorry, radioactive scale RC. And put that and put his logo there and built by all the way from Alberta.
Yeah, I would definitely rock those.
what?
I would rock those for sure.
Yeah.
Just a fun fact, when I did do micro crawlers, instead of wooden dowels and popsicle sticks, I was collecting twigs and little branches and cutting those and making bridges out of it.
Yeah.
That's a shout out to Bubbles, because I see him talking about popsicle sticks.
I did that years ago with sticks and twigs and shit, but for 110s, and I built it I did a suspension bridge. So I did the upper part at a 3/4 inch PVC and then hung the bridge from that.
And yes, I did play with them little things.
Ah, cool. I got one of those up there.
Radioactive says you can actually print it in wood filament.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
would it have texture? Would it be slippery?
He could put texture on it.
Yeah, when was the last time you used those, Guru?
About 10 years ago, when it was actually first
Wow.
part of the hobby.
Those are 18th scale, look like, eh?
No, those are the original low C 24 scales, the micro crawler and the trail tracker.
The 132nd.
124.
132nd.
124.
132nd.
124.
132nd.
132nd would be that Hilux that they had, that low C had, the high roller, and the little small speed cars that Losi had back in the days.
Wow, they've really stopped doing a lot of
Because
things.
even those drag cars are 1/28 scale, right? So it'd be tiny if it was 1/32 scale.
124. Let me hear it.
Let's put it back up. I want to see it.
Orlando's. What about Orlando's? Aren't those 20? Aren't those 30
That's
seconds?
a 124 scale. Palm of my hand.
That's a Losi Nightcrawler, yeah.
Yeah. Now the body is small. Yeah.
It's got a metal chassis.
But in comparison, it's basically the same wheelbase. 124.
So Uncle Lee probably has most of the 124 scales of any of us out here. What do you like the best as far as handling for a 24 scale?
SCX 24, hands down.
Oh, yeah?
What do you mean by handling? Like how it performs or how it responds to your controls? Because I find the Kyosho's got way better electronics, but the SCX 24 is more capable.
I didn't like the Kyosho electronics. I took mine out and made it 2S with axial electronics.
Well, I love mine. I think it's so much smoother than the axial. It doesn't make any noise at all.
So I kept the Kyosho motor, but I put the axial electronics and made it 2S, so it's pretty sweet.
So you did the radio and the ESC so you could plug the motor or the battery into it.
Yeah, I got rid of the 5-wire servo, made it a 3-wire servo. I think it works a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
I think that probably the Kyosho can be made to almost the same level as SCX 24. They've got a lot of brass and things now, so I mean it's got good articulation, but they're top heavy and they're heavy to the rear, so they need a lot of brass on the front.
You tried the Element? Have you tried the Element?
Yeah, I've got an Element.
And how do you like it compared to the SCX 24?
SCX 24 is better.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
The Orlandos, aren't those 132nd?
Yeah.
Orlando, yeah.
These have small tires and wheel tires on them. They have huge axle. The diff area of the axle is huge on it. It hangs up on stuff. That's why we're doing drag cars with them, and they work good for monster trucks, but I don't know about crawling.
Is the new one still a 1-cell?
Oh, and they're 1-cell, yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. There's a lot of things that aren't as good about it, but we're not keeping most of it. We're just starting with it to call it an Enduro 24 tiny gap challenge, but
Oh, Kurt.
So,
it's
hey, Kurt,
yeah.
Tony, you've reached 50,000 subs.
I did.
Wow, congratulations.
Made it.
Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it's cool.
Get the plaque
I mean,
soon.
nah, I mean, so it's one of those things where, you know, it's a number. It's cool because it represents a lot of cool people like you guys and people that sub, but there's a lot of them that are just like the Star Wars days, and I realize that, you know, if you look at my views on a video, it's no higher than Lyle's. It may even be less per video as far as engagement of the subscriber base. So it's cool, but you know, it's one of those things in the work world. I would say, you know, because we used to do that where people, you'd pay to get yourself advertised in order to get subscribers, but nobody watched your videos and nobody commented. So it's a good number on paper. It makes you look like you're doing a good job growing your channel, but it's really a, you know,
Okay.
an inflated number in some ways, I feel like, because of some of the early on stuff I did with like the little Monster Jam toys and the Star Wars. So yeah, it looks good, but
The little Monster Jam toys. You could use some of those bodies for some of those 24s.
What do you think?
Sure could.
What do you think he's vacuum formed the bodies from?
I bet you probably could do something like that. I mean, I would never do it because, you know, it's not that great of an idea. But
I don't think
I've heard that some people might think it's interesting to do, but I don't know.
I'm talking about the Monster Jam cars, that little Monster Jam ones. I mean, you could just take their bodies off and put them on your SCX 24s.
Brad, just let me say something, Brad. If you've been listening to Tony's YouTube channel, that's what he's been doing for not a year, but for a good 6 months. That's what he's been doing. He bought himself a vacuum form. He's been taking those bodies, and he's been doing all what you're saying right now.
Oh, so he's using the vacuum forms. He's using them as a template and making the vacuum.
Correct.
They're too heavy.
Okay.
Way
Well,
too heavy.
I guess if you wanted a dollhouse car that size, I guess you would use the hard body.
No, the hard bodies are too heavy because the suspension is soft and all that, and it won't be good. So
this is one of them right here, actually, fully done up, but it's like sand.
It's a 57.
Yep, Avenger truck. This is the exact body that you get in metal that I made into plastic.
How many of you sold so far, Brad?
None. Can't sell them. They're all for myself.
Oh, well, how many vacuum form bodies have you made in general for people and sold them?
He says he can't sell them.
None. You can't sell them.
I thought you made your own besides those.
That's different. I didn't sell them to myself. I just made them for myself.
But
it's like owning a CD and putting the CD and the MP3 on your computer. It's legal for you to do it if you own the CD. If you borrow somebody's CD and then you just put their music on your computer and keep it that way, you can get in trouble with.
But he's been vacuum forming.
I was under the impression you wanted to sell those.
No, he's been vacuum forming other stuff like broken cars and ramps and things like that, and he's been selling those.
Yep.
But nothing says that he hasn't given any of them to his friend, that he hasn't said or done or
made them. I mean, I did even a different body for somebody that they gave me a mold for, and I vacuum formed it for him. It was an old timey car.
Oh yeah.
You know what would be cool? Yep. If you even bought some 24 scale Revell bodies and vacuum formed from them.
There's possibility of a semi-truck monster truck coming very soon, a Peterbilt.
Oh, really?
Lucas Oil-ish one. Because that I can modify and I can cut and I can make enough changes to it. That it's not, you know, it's all about how much percentage of things of the original you keep, right? Before it becomes your own creation. So, yeah. I have ideas on how to do that. But because it's a model body, I can do something like that. But otherwise, you're just taking somebody's mold that they paid thousands of dollars to have made, and you're just molding it yourself, and that's just not. Or it's like taking somebody's print off of Thingiverse for free
That's what it was.
and printing it and selling them on eBay printed. That can get you in trouble too, because it wasn't your design to print and sell. So copy and sell. Anyway, there's a whole lot of legal stuff.
It's just it's amazing that you could just with the 24 scale models, the plastic static models, you could just vacuum form like send bodies like that for crazy.
Yep, you could. You vacuum form a lot of stuff if you wanted. You could print your own cash if you wanted to do that too, but you can't. Just make an exact copy of it, right?
Yeah.
So
Just can't spend it.
Yep.
One thing about the SCX 24s is they're more of a, I think, like a 20th scale than a 24 scale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm building one right now, and I'm using the 1/18th scale RC 4-wheel drive body. It fits perfect. Wheelbase matches everything. It's just like it was made for it.
Okay. Interesting. Cool.
Whoever does the math doesn't know how to do math. Or the original math.
I just noticed the time. We're gonna go around and say goodbye, but finish what you're saying, Uncle Lee, and we'll start our goodbye after.
I was just going to say the Kyosho Mini Z is probably the more 1/24 scale than the SCX 24s.
Okay.
And they call it 1/25th though, don't they?
They say it's a 1/24th, I believe.
Do they? Because there are other ones, the Mini Zs are 1/25th, I thought.
Well, because they're using the same chassis, so just putting a different body on it, so I guess how the scale comes out or something.
Yeah.
They call it 1/28th scale.
One thing's just sure, the minis are very rich in detail. So
Yeah, that's the only reason I like the Mini Z, because all the details in them. It's kind of cool. Okay, so we're gonna start with Guru. Go ahead, Guru, say your goodbyes.
Sorry it was late. I had to feed these fools and take care of them.
Okay.
Everybody hit that thumbs up. See y'all next time.
Thank you very much. Kurt RC.
Thanks for having me, Tank. Appreciate it. You guys all have a good day.
Cool. Thanks. John Martin.
Thanks for having me, and see you guys on the next one.
Thank you. Bull Gear.
Hey, thanks for having me on, brother.
Thank you very much for jumping in here. Tony.
Yeah, I'd like to say goodbye to Kevin Gibbs, Trail Critter RC, Queenie, Joe Girding, Matthias RC, Spin Rush RC, Bucks RC World, Pro Style, Woolsty RC, all you guys in the chat.
What about me?
Tank. Hertz RC, John Martin, Uncle Lee, Gurus, Brad, Trail Crawlers, Lyle. We'll see all y'all.
Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Thanks, Jack Jr.
Okay,
Jack, who's not here anymore, but goodbye, Jack.
Good day, everybody.
I'd just like to say sorry, Lyle, Trail Critter, and Brad. We have no time for you to say goodbye because Tony took it all. So
okay.
Oh, just kidding. Go ahead, Brad.
Thanks for coming, everybody, and goodbye.
Thank you. Trail Crawler.
Total opposite, Tony.
Thanks for the invite, Tank. It's always a good time being here.
Cool. Thank you very much.
It was good seeing Bolger come in.
Yeah, thank you.
It was nice to see Lyle back.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up.
Cool. See you later, Bucks RC. RC Athlete.
Same as always. Thanks for having me. Good to see everybody again. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Congratulations to Tony on your 50,000, and hello to everybody in the chat. And Molly says goodbye.
Molly says goodbye. Cool. Thank you very much. People that are here in the video, stay there. We'll go for the after hour, and we'll talk to you guys later. So thanks a lot. And guys, don't forget, go charge up some batteries and go out there and have some fun and break something. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not having any fun. Ask Tony, he knows, right, Tony?
Oh yeah, break it.
Oh yeah. And Brad knows too. Brad loves breaking
I
things.
hate breaking things.
Send your Tamiyas off of the biggest ramp you can, people. Break it and you'll have a great time.
Thank you.